Hello and welcome back to Somatics Foundations. My name is Annie. If you are new here, thank you so much for checking in and checking out a bit of Somatics Foundations. So I'm going to try and keep this video a little bit shorter than the previous one. Um, in this video, we will be practicing a specific sound resonance as a tool. Excuse me, my digestive system is um, anticipating this exercise, I think. Rest and digest system coming on. Parasympathetic, right? Rest and digest versus sympathetic, which is activation. Um, so a tool, a sound for nervous system regulation. For nervous system regulation is a general term I will use, which can mean a number of different things. It can be used in a number of different ways. Um, and this tool can be used in many different ways for many different reasons. It could be used to help somebody get to sleep. It could be used, if you're feeling anxious or keep getting caught in um, a thought or feeling loop and are like spinning. It can help, uh, help it integrate into the present moment. Um, and yeah, just try it out. Once again, please, with all of these exercises, make it your own, play around with it. Play around with it, share with your friends. A great tool, these tools are great to share with children to help them be connected and know that their body is theirs. They get to feel safe in their body, that is their right. And these are ways we can help ourselves co-regulate and regulate in our nervous systems, right? Okay, so if you have a spiritual practice or have like attended yoga or meditation classes, you might have, at least in America where I live, you might have um, been introduced to the sound om, like folks making the om sound together. Om. Uh, as a way to regulate our nervous systems in a group, like in a yoga class, for example. That's how I was introduced to that. So, great sound. Many sounds great. All sounds are great. To if we're all resonating at some vibration, we can, in a group, get on the same wavelength quite literally. So, chanting, the singing, these sort of things are not help regulate our nervous systems, right? But if you make the sound, um, you might notice it actually resonates around the throat chakra. Okay, great sound to help us open up the throat chakra, um, or our voice, our power to access of our voice. Okay, and so today we will be practicing a similar sound, VOO, VOO. This comes from Peter Levine. If you're familiar with somatic experiencing, a very foundational tool in this modality. Um, and it's going to kind of sound like a tugboat. Ooh. And so this sound, um, you might notice, resonates around the respiratory diaphragm, and I'm touching like kind of the bottom of my rib cage. So our respiratory diaphragm is this big muscle that separates some of our organs in the middle of our torso. And this muscle, you might have had a relationship with if you got the hiccups, right? This is a spasm of um, of the diaphragm. We have other diaphragms in our bodies, above our shoulders. Actually, there's uh, diaphragms in our head, the back of our head, different areas of our body. Um, the respiratory diaphragm is the one that most people are familiar with, and plays a huge role in nervous system regulation, as it kind of is the very literal center of our body. So this sound tool can be used to um, help with digestive issues. It can be helpful if, some people like have access to feeling the top half of their body and less so the bottom half. Um, Sometimes this is because of sexual trauma or other sorts of happenings that might have occurred that could be categorized as trauma. Also, it can just be, for many different reasons. We can just get cut off or only feel like one part of our body over the other, especially in a society that almost requires us to operate very much in a cognitive space up here. So, without further ado, I will do the VOO. You're welcome to do it with me. If you're alone at home, VOO out loud, out and proud, VOO. Um, if you have neighbors, you might be wondering if they're going to think you're a weirdo or not. Just feel free to practice this in whatever way feels liberating for you in this moment. So I'm going to do it 3 times, and you can do it with me. I'm placing my hand on my lower belly to support my attention, letting a deep breath out, in, out, in, boo, boo, boo. Letting that settle, just taking a moment to notice. Feel free to repeat this as needed. Pause this video, sit with this, repeat. Thanks so much for tuning in.